Hi, and welcome to our Networking Spotlight. Today I'm excited to be presenting to you how Google Cloud Solutions are supporting the next generation of distributed applications. We're going to be providing real world examples of how our customers have enabled distributed applications and moved from building monolithic systems into reusable component services. Additionally, we're going to be discussing hybrid architectures. This is the ability to be able to share and reuse services, regardless of where they live across the globe or which platform they live in. We will also be discussing how we can separate services into services that are producer versus consumer, whereby we can isolate services by the users that created them versus the users that are consuming them. So, first, a quick introduction. Hi, I'm Adam Michelson, Google Product Manager. I'm on the networking team, and today we're going to be discussing a number of the things we've been working on, and I'm excited to share them with you. We have a packed session, so let's jump right in. First, let me introduce you to the Google Cloud Networking Vision, which is planet-scale networking for a smart and connected world. Let's look at those phrases individually. First, planet-scale networking. Google has built a massive planet-scale network infrastructure, serving billions of users a day. The network is also smart, where we use techniques including AI and auto scaling so that you can think less about scaling and managing your network and more about focusing on your business. And lastly, for a connected world. Connected world means connecting the services and applications to your users, regardless of where they are across the globe or which platform they reside on. That last phrase, connecting users in a connected world, is what we're going to focus on in today's spotlight. Now let's review the components that are comprised within the Google Cloud Network. At the foundation layer, we have connectivity tools, such as the Network Connectivity Center. Here we have tools such as interconnects, which can connect to services that are running outside of the Google Cloud Network. This tool set also includes our SD-WAN technologies, which do provide the backbone of the Google Cloud Network. Above this layer is the infrastructure layer. Here you'll find tools that really help you secure the perimeter of your network, so you can make strong guarantees about the data that's traveling in and out of your network. The network on top of that is our service networking layer. Now, this layer is critical in today's discussion. This layer allows you to take services and reuse them across your enterprise. So you can think less about the individual IP addresses of code or your protocols and think more in terms of services. For example, say you're building an e-commerce engine. In an e-commerce service, you may want to have something like a shopping cart. You may want to have a product catalog, maybe a checkout service. Each one of these services can be composed into a reusable building block. And the service networking components allow you to take these building blocks and expose them as applications. And we're going to be diving more into this during today's discussion. The next layer on top is the application delivery layer. This is when you can take your composable services and expose them to your end users in terms of applications. Here you'll find the cloud load balancers for both internal and external workloads, as well as application acceleration tools such as Cloud CDN or Cloud Armor, where you can secure your network at the application layer. Together, these tools provide a cohesive set of tools to create an architecture to truly be able to support distributed systems. And on the left, you'll see the Network Intelligence Center. This is a single pane of glass where you can view your entire network from top to bottom and see if there are any issues in your network or any bottlenecks that need to be addressed and make sure things are running smoothly. Now let's take a look at some of these individual components in terms of how they support distributed applications. Here we choose a few specific components, and let's dig into each one. At the top, you see cloud load balancing. So cloud load balancing is a series of tools, both for external and internal workloads, as well as global and regionalized tools. The cloud load balancers enable you to communicate with end users as well as back-end services in the most efficient manner. And you can support services such as GKE or cloud compute or serverless. And the cloud load balancers will automatically route traffic in the most efficient way possible between your users and those services. Now, the next component you see on the left is Private Service Connect. This is a powerful tool that you can use to make your services consumable based on the producers and the consumers. Here, let's look at our example that we were discussing earlier on e-commerce. Say we wanted to build a shopping cart service. You could take a shopping cart service and have a team of producers create that service. And that team will be the only team that can make the modifications to that service and can control who can access it. On the other side, we'll have consumers, such as maybe the team building the entire e-commerce website or a team building a call center application. That team wants to reuse the service that the producer services have built, in this case, the shopping cart. Private Service Connect creates strong capabilities so you can separate these two concerns so that only the people that should be able to alter those services can, and those services are accessed by the right people. On the far right, you see Traffic Director. Traffic Director is a managed control plane, specifically a managed control plane for XDS proxies, such as the open source Envoy proxy. You can use tools like this to customize your own traffic management. So you can use our cloud load balancers as a fully managed solution to manage traffic. But if you have unique capabilities for your specific workload that you want to create custom traffic routing capabilities for, you can create individual Envoy sidecar proxies and manage them through Traffic Director. In this way, you can create a full service mesh architecture and combine both the best of breed capabilities of our cloud load balancers with the capabilities of a sidecar with Envoy. Next, you see all of them connect to the Network Connectivity Center. What this means is all of these tools can also work with services that are not running on Google Cloud. So for example, cloud load balancing can reach services that are on premises or in another cloud or in a data center, as can Private Service Connect producers or consumer services reside off of Google Cloud. And Traffic Director can also manage Envoy sidecars that are not running on Google Cloud. In this way, these tools can be used together to really support a highly distributed set of services, and they can come together to create a cohesive application. In the middle of it all is Service Directory. Service Directory is a repository of your services. And again, it does not matter where these services reside globally or which platform they reside on. You can register your services with Service Directory, and so you can identify which services comprise specific applications so that you can manage a fully dispersed set of services for distributed applications across distributed services. Now, we're very excited about this session today. This session is actually 3 sessions in one. We're going to be taking a bit of a deeper dive on each of these topics that we just talked about. And what's also exciting is that for each session, we've teamed up a Google Cloud expert with one of our enterprise customers. For example, in Advanced Traffic Management with Cloud Load Balancing, we're going to be presenting along with Snap. Snapchat is going to be presenting with us to describe how they have migrated their monolithic applications to individual reusable services. After that, we'll be learning about hybrid architectures and hybrid connectivity. Here, we're going to be joined by Twitter, and Twitter is going to explain how they use hybrid architectures to be able to connect services together, regardless of where in the world those services reside, and regardless of which platform they're on. That's very important because now Twitter has the ability to have choice. They can choose the services that are right for their workloads, regardless of the platform, as opposed to only being limited to the services that exist on any one specific platform. And finally, we'll be learning about Private Service Connect and how it can compose services that are unique to consumers and producers. And we'll be presenting along with MongoDB and see how MongoDB has used Private Service Connect to make services reusable across their enterprise and also for their users.